So I just got off work. I'm like soaking wet, clearly covered in sweat. It's like 90 plus degrees outside. Can't even imagine what the heat index is. And I'm like, I'm gonna talk today. Like, I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna speak. So, hi, it's been a while since I made one of these videos where I was speaking. Nice and sober after a beautiful, beautiful day of awesome work, which I totally love. Don't know how well you know me, but I'm a very sarcastic person and not the most positive. Well, okay, maybe I am the most positive. I don't know. I mean, some people seem to think I'm negative, but anyway, the point of this story is I had a freaking great day. I love my job. I can't imagine anywhere that I would rather be during the day, every day, all day, in the smoldering hot sun. I can't imagine. I just walked in the house. It's just so funny to me. There's this whole situation, okay, where we have a set time. We have set times to work, okay? We go to work. PT starts at pretty much 06:30 to 07:30. We go home for hygiene, you know, eat a little snack, have a McDonald's. Oh my god, steak, egg, and cheese bagel, which I totally had this morning with the round egg instead of the folded egg. Folded egg is so artificial, and it was delicious. And I didn't even eat it right away. I went to formation first. I went to 09 formation because 09 is when we start working. 09 formation, I'm thinking about this bagel like the whole time. Like, I'm thinking about this bagel. OMG. So anyway, yeah. So 09, you go to work, whatever. You have lunch, 11:30, maybe 12 to 1300. Anyway, the point of the story is 5 o'clock you're off, 1700 you're off. You know, that's just like the rule. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be, technically, according to the policy letter, basically you're supposed to make very good use of your time throughout the day from 9 to 5 so that you will not have to work over, or that so that you can be released early if necessary, because family is really important and the soldiers are really important, and we totally need our time to go pay our bills or do our homework, pick up our children, spend time with our children, spend time with our spouses, spend time with our mother, whatever you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Freaking whatever you have to do. I have to watch Days of Our Lives. I mean, it's really important. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have homework, I have things I need to do. Don't nobody want to be staying late like that. Like, it's just ridiculous. Okay, so let me compose myself. Anyway, the situation is that in order for us to work late, you know, sometimes it's necessary. Well, I'm lying, because I don't think that at all. But sometimes it's necessary. So there has to be a memorandum, and it has to be submitted to hire. And if I am not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Colonel Ash, the 1st Brigade commander, has to approve this. Like, if they say, oh, can the soldiers, I was about to call them kids because that's how we feel like we're treated, but no, we're not kids. Are we? No, we're not. Okay, so if the soldiers, is it okay if the soldiers work from, you know, from 1800 to 2100, whatever, you know, like, it doesn't even matter. After 1700, any point in time after 1700, is that cool, bro? And it goes up and it goes up or whatever, and either they be like yes or they be like no. Like, why would they be like yes? I really don't understand why they would be like yes, because it's really not that serious. I don't see anything that could possibly be that serious where they would just be like, oh, sure, take as much of their life and their free time as you possibly can. Why not? They don't have anything to do, you know. They don't. I mean, I'm gonna go home though. Like, I'm gonna go home, lay my wife, eat a nice meal. I'll be back though. I'll be back to check on you. No, like, dude, I can't think of a reason why. Anyway, so the point of the story is, if it's signed, it's all good. It's cool. Whatever. You know, you can bitch, but you can't get far with it. You know, you can't call and complain or anything like that, because they went through the proper procedure to make it possible for you to work late. But they don't do that shit. That's their problem. They don't do that shit. They submit it, and I don't know what the fuck. Like, I don't know why they freaking try to make us work late before they get their response, before they get their signature. I don't understand that. It does not make sense to me. So here we are today, for example, and this is like, okay, no, I'm gonna back up. Last week, maybe the week before, I don't know, it was a Thursday. And it was like, we were working late or whatever, and it was just like, fuck you. First of all, they never tell us. Okay, never is a universal term. They rarely tell us during the day, like, hey, you know, there's a possibility, soldiers, that you might be working a little late today or working a lot late today. They don't inform us. So we're thinking we're going to get off at 15 or 1700. We're like, yeah, we got 30 minutes left. Let's start cleaning up. And they're like, why are you changed out right now? How about you put your coveralls back on and get your ass back under that vehicle? Whoa, bro. Whoa. What's going on? Like, is this my life or am I living someone else's? Okay. Anyway, so that's a problem. The problem is they don't inform us, and I think that it's respectful to do so. We are not children. We deserve to know what we are going to be doing with our time. You know what I mean? We have to plan around this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's a priority. Our job is a priority. Completely understand that. But I'm going to be real pissed off about this priority if I didn't know by 1700 that I'm working until 18, 19, 2000. No, that is ridiculous and that is unacceptable, okay? Then, after they do that, they're like, oh, hold up. That memo didn't get signed. Like, everybody's bitching. Everybody's like, let's call IG, let's complain. And we're just like, no, we're not going to do that because I'm sure they went through the proper measures. We can't prove that they did. We can't prove that they didn't. That's what's so fucked up. They need to show us that shit. Like, it's ridiculous. We're grown adults. Like, come on, bro. Every time you get a memorandum signed saying that we're working late, post that shit on the goddamn door in the goddamn hallway somewhere where I can walk past them and say, you know what, you're legit, bro. You're legit. I can't even bitch. Hand me a wrench. Let me turn it. Not necessarily me, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so that's the problem. The problem is they do that without getting their memo signed, and then it's wrong, and then we don't. I just wish for once in this unit that people would use the guidelines, the regulations, the things that the Army are supposed to be made of, you know, all that extra shit, the respect and all that shit. Like, we should really be a better unit. Like, we could be a better unit if we had better leadership. Leadership that cared about people other than themselves, don't practice their regulations and rules according to their convenience. And then when it comes down to it, when someone higher ranking than these E6s, E7s, or whatnot come down and they're like, hey, you need to send your soldiers home, then it's like, oh, y'all need to hurry up. Y'all are moving too slow. Why are you still in coveralls? Why are you still working? And the shit gets half-assed done. We're supposed to work to time. I mean, standard, not to time, right? So even if these motherfuckers are coming down here because y'all fucked up and y'all did the wrong thing, and they're coming down here like, you need to send your soldiers home, the job was not done to standard. So what's the point of these rules? I don't understand. I just don't. All I'm thinking about is, by the time I'm being yelled at for still being in coveralls and moving too slow and you got 8 minutes to get out of here, I'm in the middle of a task. Like, by the time that's happening to me, all I'm thinking about is I have a fucking dirty drip pan in the fucking PLL shed full of dirty rags that needs to be fucking cleaned. All I'm thinking about is PFC such and such was just in there trying to clean out dirty drip pans with dirty triple rinse. Like, all I'm thinking about is there are like 4 drip pans, clean ones, in the shed that need to be moved. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking about all this shit. I'm thinking about who's got dirty rags. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking about that shit. I'm thinking about whatever the last thing I was doing. I'm thinking about where the fuck is my hammer and those 2 screwdrivers that I left underneath the fucking dozer. Like, but you're telling me to get the fuck out. Now it's get the fuck out. These people, this place, I tell you. Okay. I initially did not try to make this video. I was gonna sing. I came home, I came in the house, and I was just like singing. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a video and I'm gonna sing. And then I just had to tell you about how my day was because it's been a long time. And I'm tired. And yeah, it was really good to get that off my chest. I've got some other things that I could discuss, but it's not really important. Someone told me today that I've become the spokesperson for FMT, and I'm like, how can I be a spokesperson for you guys when, yeah, maybe I stood up and maybe I said some shit and maybe y'all were like, oh, yeah, you're not the only one that feels this way. Maybe you, who's standing up with me though? Nobody. So it's a pretty complicated situation. Pretty complicated situation, but it is what it is. And I can go into a man's office and say we this and we that and this, that, and the other, but I can't make them stand up with me. So either I'm just gonna look crazy as hell, or some shit's gonna change, which would be lovely. Oh my god, that would be just lovely. And the people that know what needs to be changed and know that they're a part of the problem, they're scared.